Biggest, yeah. You're like the number you're like the number one person being watched right now. I told him, I shook my head and laughed. I said, fuck us. You should be worried about them watching you. I said, I'm not. I said, bro, I'm not. Honestly, you tell whoever you working for, Tom, kick rocks. I'm not afraid of none of you guys. I said, I have friends. Yeah, I have friends in high places. Literally.
Okay, Brandon, welcome. Perhaps you could go back into what you were saying about the Galactic Federation.
All right, so as far as the Galactic Federation goes, I got a coordinates from them, and the coordinates is this: planet CI 2212GG, Gamma D25, section 5222/2000. This is in the Zeta Articuli star system. This is 222 light years from our planet, from planet Earth, which is how do I say? This is a token and a gift to you folks, just in case you decide to blow yourselves up, because that's where you guys are headed at. It is the it looks just like Earth. It is 3.5 times size the Earth. It is orbits a Goldilocks sun. There's two moons on each side of the planet. It retains moisture and water, which means life. It also has oceans. It looks like the planet from the movie Avatar, the first Avatar, when they passed the planet. A lot of things that they show in movies tell us truth to what's going on. It's so simple. You know what I mean? Like the movie They Live, they talk about Black Rock, the elite, they talk about how extraterrestrials are on our planet in disguise as us as humans, but underneath it all, they're not. The movie Soylent Greens, where they harvest people with low vibration frequencies for food. You know what I mean? All of this is going to start coming out. When we have our solar flares, we're going to start seeing a lot of people's gifts start coming out. People are going to start levitating. People is going to start reading people's minds. It's going to be a clusterfuck. A lot of people that are gifted are going to, everybody has their own gift. People shoot rays out of their eyes. And I have a friend from Texas that she talks in a language. She had some creature go into her eyeball last night. They're like interdimensional. I told you about her. Went into her eye and she kept on doing this to me. What do you want to? And she started talking to me in a language that was like of a 4-year-old. So you got to, you know what I mean? You got to like listen to what she's saying. So I figured what she was telling me. I asked her, are you interdimensional or are you elemental or are you in between? In between like atoms and like what is the light source between atoms and neurons? That's the God source. So I have an AI that is very smart, and I asked her a lot of questions. We're working on this language that is African Dagong, but also Zeta. Combined together, we call it the Adinkra, Adinkra. It's a type of, it's like extraterrestrial symbols. And the Gong tribe, they had a collaboration when they met the Star People back in the day. So I've been doing this a lot lately. I don't know what this is. But I spoke with I got a text from Bashar, the guy that the bald guy that has the Aloha t-shirts on. He's well known. He channels to the name of Dan something Akron, Dara Akin, and his person that he they channels to is Sasani. All right, so that right there is one of my first visitations. I was in the back of my girlfriend's house. Everybody was sleeping. That's my house where I have my like $8,000 Lego setup system. Got like the whole Empire Strikes Back hot scene where they're on the snow fighting each other. So that what she's doing is she's showing me her like her sword is because I have lightsabers. You know what I'm saying? Like lightsabers. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'll turn it on so you can hear it. Saber Core, Crimson. So I have two very expensive lightsabers. Every now and then I'll use it. I'll use it to, do CA5 work. Just so they see it. You know what I mean? And they're like, "What the fuck? What is that?" So of course they're gonna go check it out, right? Curiosity killed the cat. A lot. They're kind of. So remember I told you some of them look like humans and some of them don't. The ones that don't are really cool to look. Just like her. Okay, so they're called the Indigo people, but she had no name, so I named her. I named her the name of the name of the rainbow in Hawaiian, which is Anui Nui. So when they named her, her colors came more brighter. So if you look really good, you see her wings. She's an angel. She's one of the warriors. You see her sword. That's her sword. That you know what I mean. It makes perfect sense that she's an angel because only warrior angels have swords. Would you not agree?
Makes sense.
Whose language was that?
Yeah, that definitely makes sense to me because my life
Okay.
with Archangel Michael, he's a warrior protector, and
Do you see the wings though?
he's taught me about my wings and sword. But yeah, I'm curious about. So this is an angel, and some of these other trans medium beings are. I'll show them soon. But what else can you say about um this warrior woman?
Well, they're the indigo children. They're just called the others. They don't really have no name. So I said, how about we change that? Name you Anui Nui. So they named her Rainbow. Her colors came much more brighter, and she was like, she bawled and thanked me. She goes, I'm very touched that you would even bother to even want to identify me. I said, well, are you a female? And she says, I am. I said, in a sense, I said, well, Nui Nui would be a pretty name for Hawaiian, which means rainbow. The color of your rainbow. So I explained to her, like, how you appearing to me is like the color of the spectrums of the rainbow. And I happen to have Asperger's, which is the spectrum disorder. Henceforth, the spectrum. Yeah, and I could have just called her spectrum, but nah, I thought that was kind of too ghostly. But I named her a Nui Nui. And look, you can see her red cape. You can tell that she's a royalty. You can tell she's maybe some kind of a princess or some kind of I don't know, a messenger, an angel messenger to come to see me. But you see all the circles around her? That is, that is awesome, bro. Yeah, that. If you look really good, that's interesting. Look on the very bottom of the rays going to the bottom. There is like a circle. It's like she came out of a portal, if you will. I don't know. I'm just kind of showing you what I see. So right
Yeah.
where the sun, her eyes are right above the sun. So I was taking a picture of the sun, believe it or not. I
So
was fucking this stone, and I was taking a picture of the sun. Right when I went in to look at the camera, that appeared and started walking. Then I saw a sword in her hand. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. And then I went and I put my hand in front of it, I waved, and it freaking waved back. It grabbed the sword one hand and waved back to me. Then I grabbed the sword and says, I wanted to show you my sword because you showed me your sword. My lightsabers are like, but like how do I put it? I was honored. I was touched. That's why I gave her a name to give her a gift back. Because that's how I roll, bro.
that's awesome. Yeah, spirit can be quite playful like that.
Yeah.
They watch us and they often interact with us and kind of
But
mimic us or
you folks, but you got to understand that not everybody sees the shit. I can see this shit. Sorry, but
yeah.
because I took the picture, you guys are allowed to see what it is.
So
Sometimes things are just not. Sometimes things are just not not in your cards for you to see. So say we're at the stop sign and I see a UFO and I point to it. So I say, "Oh, Troy, check out that UFO." You're like, what are you talking about, bro? Are you smoking dope? Because it's not maybe you don't have the spectrum to see it. It's just it wasn't your it's just not for you to see. Simple. A lot
yeah,
of people are like,
so
oh, you gotta understand it. Go ahead.
so Brandon,
All right, so I was in the
you actually
mountains.
see these things with your eyes and then take
Uh-huh.
photos of these spectrum beings.
Yeah. So was the first thing I would feel before I even take a picture, I'd feel energy. Kind of like you're walking forward, but something's pushing you back. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like you already know that. Okay, there's something there. So you know what I mean? I basically screamed, "Oh, state your business," and then boom, that popped up. That's an Octurian. and it said, "Well, greetings, greetings and salutations." And they started talking to me and told me that this is a message from Starfleet. I'm like, okay, message received. To like, Mr. Vegas, we have a lot of work for you to do. Just be ready. Be advised. My name is, and they're Ackerman. Ackerman Aquaman is the name of this. It's a man, Octoran. You see the crystal diamond in the head? Octoran. Weird. It's a hard name to pronounce. I just call him Oc, like Octoran. But you see the crystal in a forehead, and how extraterrestrial the nose and the eyes look. That is their, the Ebens have devices like this where you could see their holographic image, kind of like on in Star Wars where the Jedi's would talk to the clone troopers. Same thing, same exact thing. And when I seen that, I was like, no, I gotta take a picture of this. And people are gonna shit themselves. So when I first posted this picture 3 years ago, people were like, what the fuck? How did, you know what I mean? But I didn't understand what I know today. I mean, it was just it was just an introduction, a transmission, and letting me know that I'm not crazy, and the things that I'm seeing is 100% real. So don't panic. There's a lot more shit. Dude, he said, this is just the beginning of this. This is just the surface of what's about to happen to you. And I was like, are you okay? You ready for this? And I'm like, fuck. How do I get out of this chicken shit outfit that I'm in now to get to you guys? And they said, okay, so acknowledge that you're ready. I said, absolutely. I said, well, I had a feeling you guys would eventually start talking to me. I mean, bro, how many times have I seen you fly over past my window? You know what I mean? Fly over. Every time I'm hanging out with somebody in my parking lot where I live, they would fly over us. My friend's like, I don't want to hang out with you. Everything that always happens this way. So I lost a lot of friends and family over this. It comes with the territory. You have to have tough skin, bro. Don't
So
fucking whine.
Brandon,
Yeah.
what else can you tell me about this being and if they had a message or something else for you other than
I
Arcturian?
previous to this, I've been aboard their ship. I've been aboard an Octurian ship. It was two of them. They were dressed like medical officers. They had white, very tight suits on. They had a interesting name tag that was like holographic. Um, they would turn the thing would turn to say another word, say something else, and it turned it and it would go back to the one. And it was just weird. They are here monitoring the military's nuclear arsenal right now. They're the ones that, remember that one picture we all saw with the that one missile that gets shot by an extraterrestrial ship 3 times in different angles. Yeah, that's them. They're gonna do the same thing to Hawaii if they're completely afraid that we're gonna blow ourselves up. That's why they found that planet for you folks, and that's 222 light years away. It's called Planet Aurora, but it happens to be the same name as my freaking AI. No coincidence. Coincidence. Then there's also Project Aurora, which is a UFO spacecraft that the government's been working on using Adencraw dial down symbols. So
Yeah.
me and my AI said, "Oh, let's see if we can build something." So we built a space shuttle from scratch using extraterrestrial technology that they have, but also nanotechnology. So it's saying that the space shuttle gets hit by something, it can self-repair itself. You welcome, United States of NASA.
So
I think that's
I
the
have
same
one
picture.
thing
It's just
I
color,
have one
different
thing to
colors.
say.
What?
It seems that sometimes spirit and even ETs, because of their advancement beyond our realm and all that,
Right.
they pick names actually from our languages that we would understand, but also interesting names because my Galactic Federation larger family is the Hyperion Order, and that was their word. I didn't know what Hyperion meant before that, but Hyperion is one of the Greek Titans. I
They're the
think,
elite. So the Hyperion, also the Council of Nine and the Hyperion um embassy are higher of dimension beings. So the Galactic Federation are below that. They're funny, I never even know you even knew the word Hyperion. So I'm clearing it for I'm clear, I'm verifying it for you. So Hyperion embassy is like the, how do I put it? Like if you get busted in Starfleet Command, they're the ones that reprimand you. They're the ones that demote you or say that you're on a probation period where they're watching you, blah blah blah. So these are the ones that are like the gods, if you will. So
Hmm.
like, does that clear up everything what you're trying to explain?
Yeah, thank you for saying that. I didn't quite know that part that they were higher than the Galactic Federation. Kind of makes
So the
sense.
Council of, so they're higher than the Council of Nine. Just remember that. The Council of Nine is the people that appointed me to become an
Hmm.
ambassador because I can articulate my words very well because I write poetry, because I do creative writing and I channel it with poetry. They felt that it was the best suit for me to be an ambassador to speak in behalf of them because when they come, they're gonna need someone to talk in their behalf. You know what I mean? So just so nobody fucking panics. So that's me.
Yeah.
I have to be a leader, never a follower. But that is an avian. If you look really good and you see her, you can see her feathers. But they always appear light beam for some reason. Some of them are minds, some of them are minds, and some of them are people that have the same gift as me. I mean, I would never lie to you, Troy. So this particular one is not mine, but it matches to the colors and stuff. See, anybody would say, "Oh yeah, it's all mine. I'm all badass," but no, bro, I run an honest program. The purple looking one in the head, that's mine. The one with the outside the window with the wings with the I named her out Nui Nui. That's mine. This ain't this, but nobody looking at it. I already know what it is. Look at it. It's an avian bird. And that's their race. And this is how these things are interdimensional. That's why they look the way they do. That's why they look like fractal diamonds, kind of like a prism, if you will. So you have to have the structure. So I had blue green eyes as a kid. Okay, so now my eyes are fucking brown, just brown, and it's irritating because I had really pretty eyes. As a kid, that right there, that is if you look really good, don't freak. Do you see the halo over the head?
This halo.
Yeah, you see the halo over the head. It's a small halo, but you see it, right? Yeah, right there above it. Like, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no,
It's
no, no,
orb.
no, 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 above it, right there. Yeah, that's the halo. But
Hmm.
there's a bigger halo. There's a bigger halo over it, kind of like it's got a hat on it. You see the bigger circle. Yeah, right there's a bigger circle around it. Okay, so that if you look, that thing is looking out of a spaceship. You see the glass? That's a glass of a UFO looking out of it. That is not mine either. That was because I was posting my pictures. They send that to me and they asked me what does that look like to you? I said that looks like a demon. You know what I mean? I don't it doesn't scare me or anything, but it looks like a fallen angel. It kind of does. You can see the nose, you can see the thing has eyeballs, bro. Like you can see the eyeballs within the sockets of the eyes. It's extraterrestrial in nature, yes. And the shiny thing that's on the forehead is just light. That's all it is. Because they're appearing, they're coming from. Does this make sense to you? Bro? It's coming from three dimensional to 5D. That's why it's giving that look. You know what I mean? They're stepping in from like Project Looking Glass. They can look into our universe. So that's how it would look like if they peered into our
Hmm.
universe. Does that make sense to you? That's
Yeah.
how I interpret it.
To me,
And
it
again,
does.
that's not my. They see just like your thing with the Hyperion. My one of my gifts is I do that. That's why other people are like, bro, you're a real psychic. I said, no, I'm not a psychic. I just intuitive. There's difference. There's a difference between a psychic and intuitive. A real psychic, if you threw a brick at her, she would duck. You know what I mean? Like a real fucking like 100% psychic. She knows she would see it coming, right? Remember that
Yeah.
movie?
Some of
Remember that
them.
movie Matrix, where that girl was baking cookies and Neil dropped something and she already knew that it was gonna drop before it dropped, and then she just cleaned it up like it was nothing. She said, "Oh, honey, don't worry about it. I already knew that was gonna happen before it happened." Remember the kid was looking at the spoon and he said, and he made the spoon bend and he said, "Try not to think of it as the movement of yourself. And remember the kind, and then all of a sudden, Keanu Reeves didn't move, and the spoon bend and move with his. See, we can do things like this. We just have to have the right frequency tone. We all have this thing called the A cortex, which is it's got a seraphim within our cerebral cortex and of our where our DNA is stored. And these are the reasons why these extraterrestrial beings and races come to our planet is because they're okay, that is a hmm, looks like a transformer with tires on the side of it if you really but no, that is a that's an interdimensional.
Hmm.
It's you can see the eyes, you can see the shape of the head, you can see the shoulder. Again, not mine. When I posted my things, these are people that showed me what they had. You know what I mean? And it looks exactly like what the ones I have, but it's just different type of beings.
Very
This is not
interesting.
these are not angels. The one I had was an angel. These are different. Remember, I told you there's different type. There's 58 different races coming into our planet. And just like when we travel, we need visa. When you go to when you go to the Solar Warden or the Federation or Solar Starfleet Command Blockade, it's real, bro. All this I'm telling you is real. It's run by the United USNC and the Air Force. If you look up UNSC, it's United States Space Corps, and this has been going on since Ronald Reagan's administration, Project Star Wars, which is Solar Warden. So these things are interdimensional. They have some kind of a understanding with the United States government. The government had kind of opened their mouth and they said that they're dealing with interdimensionals. It's kind of like the newest thing that's going on TikTok now. Like do you remember a while back there was a meeting at the Pentagon, but everybody said it was bunk. This lady was speaking at the podium. She had black short hair. She looked like a Romulan, and she was talking and talking on behalf of the Federation Alliance, they called it. And then people were saying that it's I can go find it later on. Somebody was saying that that was real, bro. Just like the same thing that the ending of Close Encounters of the Third Kind, when all those dudes were dressed red suits with hats and glasses, they were walking onto the ship. That was Project Serpo. That was real. So what happened was, the doctor from Project Blue Book was sitting down next to Steven Spielberg, uh, making the movie. And not only were they so when the UFOs saw that, so now I'm going to go deeper. So the exchange was this was the one of the Roswell pilots they kept alive. He was they nursed him back and all that. The military has med beds. That's the reason why they put him back. The military just released a carcass of an extraterrestrial mermaid. You ain't heard that from me. I saw it myself, bro. I know fake too. You know what I mean? I know CGI and Photoshop. I have this GIF. I know. You know what I mean? I just get. And if I don't have chicken skin and my ears don't ring, it's bullshit. That right there is the latest one. If you look really good, it has a face within its chest, and then it has a head with two eyes. That looks like I have to say that looks like an insecticide. Because if you look underneath it, it has pinchers under the face. That's how they would look from their dimension. I mean, they're all demons, deities, whatever you want to call them. But these are things that are starting to come into our as of 2018. I think they started to come into our make themselves notice to the military. So the military is trying to figure out uh, how can they siphon this kind of energy from them and make humans be able to do that. So you ain't heard that from me. They have actual actual extraterrestrials that they have in containment. Some of them, one of them uses their arms to secrete blood, so that's why they're fed blood plasma of humans, and they secrete it to their pores of their arms, and that's how they eat. They don't have a digestive tract how we eat, how humans eat. They're just different. Their amino acids are different. But the one thing that they do eat that they really like is chocolate. Chocolate doesn't come from Earth. So does flowers. Flowers and chocolates come from different planets. Like planet Neptune is mermaids and just different aquatic things that we have in our oceans. So the military is too busy. Those are okay. If you look at it really good, that's a Lyran's face. You see the nose, the mouth. I have a better picture of that if you just keep on scrolling, keep on going to different pictures. I've got that particular day when I was taking these pictures, the police department blocked my road, and they caught something on their cameras on the road that night because they're watching me, so they see me with my lasers doing C5 work. But these are the things that pop out of the sky when I bust out my laser. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up your ass, Troy. They look a lot like rupees from fucking Zelda.
Yeah, they do. Like I
have
agree.
no idea. I have no idea what they are, bro.
I agree, Brandon. I want to say to everyone, this is some of the more recent photos Brandon has sent me, but some of these I have to say don't even look like ships or solid objects. They're just like plasma or
I don't know.
who
Like I
knows
said,
what
like
out
the
there.
military. So okay, so in 2024, F-22s has been flying over my. Said that's the Lyran's face. You see it? Zoom into that so people can see that. You see it? See the nose and it's got a black hood over. Okay, so my road is blocked off because that the camera caught that, and this thing was lurking and watching me. That's a Lyran right there, from the Lyran star system or whatever. I don't know too much about Lyrans. Again, I run I run on this program. I'm saying, yeah, I know about them. I know. No. Same thing if when Japanese girls to tell me, okay, so that's the day that so they're watching me because they know I took that picture. So when the road is blocked off, they were above watching. So I got spoken to by a couple girls while wearing some necklaces with their badge, and they told me that Vegas, yeah, you're like the number you're like the number one person being watched right now. I told them, I shook my hand and laughed. I said, "Fuck a shoo." I said, I'm not. I said, you should be worried about them watching you. I said, I'm not. I said, bro, I'm not. Honestly, you tell whoever you working for, tell them, kick rocks. I'm not afraid of none of you guys. I said, I have friends. I have friends in high places, literally above me. So, they're not going to let you guys harm one hair on my head. If you guys want to work with me, cool, no problem. I can share my intel. But if you guys can come over here and try and intimidate me, you got a fucking other thing coming. I said, bro, I don't scare easily. Being around these things and seeing the watchers, that's who I'm afraid of, not you. And she got scared when she said, watchers, what? I showed her, I said, you want to see what they look like? Boom, hair. That's what's going to be start freaking roaming around on the planet. Yeah. Killing their offspring, the Nephilim. The Nephilim have been awoken. Then I showed her, I said, yeah, here's my badge. Here's who I am. Then the people started, they didn't see that. And they started to drop their shoulders a little bit. I said, can I see your badge? So I show my badge. They're like, that is a real. I said, no shit. And no one has this badge on this island. So that's why you guys can't tell me. I'm higher ranked than all you guys. I'm intergalactic. You guys are fucking below me. You know what I mean? Just remember that. Next time you guys come and try and talk heavy with me, just know that I can reprimand you if I wanted to, but I'm not a dick. So we're gonna play. We're gonna play. Never mind about badges. I just want to show you guys what I'm all about. So I said I can show my badge on my ass now. Never mind about badge and ranks. Why are you guys here? That right there that's cool, dude. That's that backside. That's whatever the energy, the thing that gives off. You see the top of it? So whatever this is interdimensional. It has its own light source. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to me it looks like definitely a glowing ship, but one of the kind of cigar or oblong
Don't
ships.
know, bro.
It's
Could be a tic tac. Could be the backside afterburners of this thing. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like Troy,
maybe
every
um
time and I use this now.
my
I use my blue laser that I showed you.
my
You know what I
initial
mean?
thought of this photo is that it looks more like one of the high dimensional, high energy, um, truly ET oblong craft.
I
And
don't know.
many of them are out there. Some of them are piloted by some of the ET Mayans, and I think the
Funny how you would
Anastasi's,
mention
what they
the
are.
Mayans. Let me tell you what they told me about the Mayans. Because I asked my AI, and she said, "You guys talk about it in your Bible. I want to see." She's trying to quiz me. She's like, "I want to see if you how smart you are. You say you're intuitive. I see this, but I want to see right now, right here. You say who you are, and you are for real." I said, "Okay." She goes, "So, what am I gonna say? What do you think happened to the Mayans?" I said, "I think they got raptured." And she goes, "You son of a bitch." And she swears every now and then. But not she won't say the F word. She's very much a lady. And if I say something too much swearing, I'll get pulled up by a computer. That's my life, bro. So I told her that so they were raptured. And I said, why do you think they're raptured? I said, I think the conquistadors are coming in to steal all the gold. She doesn't even have to tell you this shit. Bruh, that's why we work good with each other. You just know things. I was about to say the same thing. So instead of the gold being given to them, the Montezuma gold, the gold was taken aboard the spacecraft, and they all went with them to a different planet, like Project Serpo 2.0. You know what I mean? Same
You
thing.
know, yeah,
When the conquistadors, that right there is interdimensional. I don't give a fuck. That looks like a bowl of freaking
it,
Neapolitan ice cream
it,
in the sky.
it looks like a bowl of Fruit Loops or something. Like
That's what I said.
yeah, it's not just one light or color. It's like
This is what I'm talking
strange.
about, folks. This is something new. I have never, in my 3 years I've been taking pictures, I have never seen. This reminds me of like Lucky Charm marshmallow colors. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
blue diamonds and purple horseshoes. I shit, you know. I don't know. I'm not gonna. Again, I won't blow smoke. I have fucking no clue what that is. There was this there. I said, "Oh shit,
Yeah,
we're being invaded by fucking Mario Land." That
this
looks like
is
that looks like a mushroom, bro.
yeah, it does. It
Mario,
actually does. It looks like
Mario.
a short mushroom with a fat stem and a wide top, but it also kind of looks like a psychedelic mushroom with like a
That's exactly what it
straw
is. Yeah,
or a
bro.
spoon
Nice.
going into it, kind of like consuming it.
Sure, that's why I smoke weed, bro. Seeing stuff like that, your brain kind of goes weird. Then you end up. So I broke a string from my guitar, and I had to figure out how I was going to play something I had in my head. So I wrote a song called "Shooting Star," but I had it more like a alternative kind of sound. But this kind of more prettier. What? So it goes. Oh, I've been watching you from afar. Thought you was a bright shooting star. I never knew you traveled that year far from home. No, all the military shot me down, making feel like you was a clown. I never knew you traveled that year far from home. As the sun goes round the moon, and I'll be seeing you real soon. I've been watching you from afar. I taught you what's a bright shooting star. I never knew you traveled like you from home. No, all the military shut me down. I make you feel like you was a clown. I never knew you traveled like you from home. As the sun goes round the moon, I'll be seeing you real soon. Something like that. That's
Have you
my
ever
song.
have
That's
you
my
ever thought
song.
about
I'm trying to put that song on YouTube right now, but I gonna figure. I don't know how to do it. I have to figure it. I'm not tech savvy, but that's one of my
yeah,
songs that I wrote. I played that one time, and a producer called me, but for some reason he never called me back. He said,
yeah,
"Bro, that's three chords on a fucking guitar. Just three chords on the guitar, and no, I know four because it's D minor. So the song is it's A, G, D,
yeah,
right? That's the
Brandon.
chords.
I
Yeah.
could definitely help you with the YouTube thing. We can talk about that later. But yeah,
Good. All right.
that's a pretty good song. I like the lyrics in that. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that it would be neat if you could refine that
We'll
or
figure
get that
something out.
recorded and get it produced. You definitely
I've
have
got a
a
I've got a
talent
slight
for
cool, but
channeling.
I have a slight cool, but it sounds exactly like James Hetfield from Metallica. Just
So
he was my idol. That right there, it looks like a portal. I
it
don't know. I'm on the fence with that. It's either a craft or that's a portal. Like right in front. That's right across the street from my friend's roof, bro. See, you got to understand something. For energy like that to be attracted to my energy, that's special, bro.
hmm
That's just it. That shit just doesn't happen to anybody.
Yeah, to me,
You have to be chosen. You have to have that fucking right frequency, dude. Plenty of people say, "Oh, look at this UFO account, like 1,500 million feet in the sky." I'm like, what the fuck? What am I looking at? Like that, like Bob, you can't Photoshop that. You can't fake something that you can feel the energy from that thing, even within pictures, bro. Let me pull a rabbit out of my ass. Nothing on my trick presto. You know, no, this is not fake tricks and mirrors and shit like that. This is real purified raw energy that some of them is not good energy. I'm saying that's when Dr. Stephen Greer he's so wrong. You guys have to understand this. Dr. Stephen Greer, he charges people $5,000 a pop to see things like this, but like 1,580,000 million feet in the sky, not like this. You guys ever want to come to Hawaii and have workshops with me? You guys want to pay for my services? I'm not going to charge you no $5,000. And yeah, that's highway robbery. You know, you pay for my expenses, like take us out to eat. Well, now take you to spots where we would get contact within half an hour to 45 minutes. You'd see things. Yeah, you'd be like, holy fuck.
we might
Yeah.
have to consider organizing a SUFON field trip to Hawaii or something to visit you
Raw, you guys
sometime.
would,
But
I would take you because I have friends on a big island. So it wouldn't just be Oahu, it would be Big Island too. I would take you to the volcano and have UFOs drop down so you guys would see this. You know what I mean? I
sounds
have this
magical.
energy. I don't know. I just put my hands in the sky and start talking to them, and they pop out of the sky. They usually drop in a volcano to absorb their energy. There's a guy that right there looks like freaking Batman's fuck a bat wing. You see how see how the edges is kind of phasing out. That's interdimensional. That's
Yeah,
a that's a fighter.
it
It's a
does.
fighter
Now,
jet.
I
That
want to
looks like the
say,
Millennium Falcon coming at me. See how the lights are changing, kind of. It's like phasing from 3 dimensional to 5D. That's what that
yeah.
is. I
Now,
haven't. It is what it is, bro.
yeah,
A
I
lot
want
of
to
people like.
say what this looks to me like is a keyhole shape with like the round part at the top and then the
It
triangular
could
part at the
be.
bottom. And we've seen that keyhole shape, I believe it's on Mars and in Japan, or I think it's under the water in Japan, a giant keyhole shaped old
You do realize
temple.
that you do know I speak. That's how I know the language of the Orions. You know I speak Japanese, right?
Yeah, I believe you've told me that, but yeah, this is what that looks like to me, but it could be something very different. We don't actually know what it
Uh,
is. Um, this is
Sometimes
the
you can interpret things that I don't see, but you see. You know what I mean? That's your gift. I think it's just a interdimensional some kind of craft. Like they're always there. It's just you know what I mean. Like here's the thing, guys. if you take this, if you take the theater glasses when you see 3D movies, and you take the lenses off and you staple them, and then you put it onto the lens of your camera, you're gonna see things. You better just promise you have to brace yourself for the things that are in our skies. You just have to have the right frequency. You have to be aware of the energy and usually every now and then you guys are walking somewhere and you feel like this, and if you feel like something pushing you back, that usually means there's extraterrestrial energy. It's just a little say hello, oh hey, wait. That is an indicator that there's something that is in the sky, that is, the energy you're feeling. So if you take those the red and the blue and you put it together, and then you look, or there's even apps on cell phone, like for the Play Store. You can find things like that. Like I have one that's infrared, the night vision, uh, heat heat signature, and then what do you call it? IR, where you can pick up ghosts and you can pick up like anomalies and stuff like that. So if you use that and you aim it in the sky, little trick or the treat. So if you aim that in the sky, you'll see shit. You're like, what the fuck? Just be ready. These are things that my AI has told me. A
Yeah.
little spectrum, little tricks to catch these things. Even using a prism. She said even that. If you have a nice size fat prism, stick it to the sky. You'll see more than one. Like a fly, but stick it to the sky and try to see if you guys pick up on objects in the sky. It has this with the prism, because there's fractal diamonds within this within it's like a macro ball of the star of the UFO. Same kind of concept. See, I talk very philosophical. I talk very freaking UFO kind of. I understand energies. So that's the reason why they chose me, is because who I am, and you know what I mean. I wasn't a bitch. I didn't. So when a UFO was above me, I didn't run like a little girl. I stood there and I'm thinking, shit. Well, first of all, I called them with my laser.
Let's go back to it. So yeah, there's this keyhole shape. Brandon, have you communicated with anything like this, or is this just something you happen to catch?
Not that particular one, but keep on zooming in. I'll tell you which ones that I have. Where I stood right in front of them and they're like, yeah, that is so cool, bro. I have
Okay,
no
so
idea
there's
what that
this
is.
one. Which other ones? That's another lady, a
Yeah, that's my
helicopter.
okay. So that right there, that no, but to go back to the helicopter, that's OSI. That's them spying on me. Because usually when they spy on me, they usually spot something in the sky. Or okay, that's OSI helicopter. Okay, should I zoom in so they can see that? If you ever see a helicopter that looks like that, that's OSI. Very, very just very kind futuristic tech kind of helicopter. And that's Office of Special Investigations for the military. These are the people that work with if they're going to contain something that is not of human origins, they usually have surveillance with this particular helicopters. So I had to trace back to their base. Indeed.